Disciplining children. Does the punishment fit the crime? Let's talk about it. So, going back, I was a pretty good student. And like I said, I went to church when I was allowed to, like a youth group type thing. That doesn't mean that like I never got in trouble or did stupid things that regular teenagers do. In 2010, I was 17, and it was around Christmas time. I believe it was like the week before Christmas time. We were already out of school for break. And I was staying at one of my friend's houses that lived up the road from me. She was like a year younger than me. She may have just turned 17. And we were staying at her house, and around like 11 or so o'clock, her parents had fallen asleep, and we snuck out of the house. I had never snuck out of my own house. I would be terrified to. We had like cameras outside the house, and like, yeah. So we snuck out of our house. We went out I believe we just went out the front door. We may have climbed out our window, I'm not sure. Anyways, we were caught almost instantly. Both of our phones started blowing up. We were maybe not even like a mile from the house. We had a friend come get us, and she told me to turn off my phone. She's like, just turn it off. We were already caught. What are we gonna do? So we just continued on to town. We lived like pretty far out of town. So they drove us to town, they dropped us off, and someone else came and picked us up. And my mom wouldn't have thought to look there. It was actually one of her really good, well, both my mom and my stepdad. It was their really good friend's daughter that came and got us. She was quite a bit older than us, like probably like 10 years older than us. But she came and got us, and we went and hid out in her house. And we became inebriated. Yeah, we were freaking terrified. Well, I guess I was more so than she was. But yeah, we were pretty scared. So we stayed there for a couple hours. I didn't turn my phone back on until they started driving us back out. And like, my mom had called like my aunts and stuff and told them that I'd ran away. I didn't run away. I didn't have anything on me. I just snuck out of the house. And so we were too scared to go back into her house because like obviously they knew too. So she had this camper outside, and we went in there and slept. And it was like I said, the week of Christmas. It was freezing. We were freaking froze. I have no idea how she went to sleep. It was probably like maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. So she was able to fall asleep. I just stayed awake, freezing my ass off for a couple hours until it started getting light outside. So we finally worked up the courage to walk around and go in the house. And obviously her mom was pissed and just instantly started going off on her. My mom did not go off on me. She just grabbed me and pulled me out to the car. Instead of, going home and being grounded, my mom took me to the hospital. She said, and I quote, "I'm gonna see if you've had sex." And I didn't when we snuck out. We were hanging out with another girl. But she said she wanted to see if I'd had sex or not. And that she's going to have me drug tested. So she drove me to the emergency room. And at no point would they, like, take me into a separate room from, like, my mother. So I could talk to them one-on-one. But she requested a rape kit to be done on me. So I guess that was my punishment. They took all my clothes. They allowed me to keep my jacket that I had gotten. But they took everything else and pulled hair from everywhere and samples from everywhere. And I have to say, getting a rape kit done is kind of like being raped in itself. I don't know if that's considered medical abuse or not, because she wasn't the actually one doing the rape kit. She is the one that requested it. I kind of think it's stupid that at 17 years old, you can't, like, it's up to your parent to do that. At that age, you should be able to be like, no, or be able to go into a separate room with somebody and them talk to you and be like, I don't need this. I wasn't raped. I hadn't even had sex. She wanted to find out if I was virgin or not, really, and they obviously wouldn't tell her that. But they said that there was no signs of, sexual intercourse or rape or whatever. But, yeah. Does the punishment meet the crime? Should I have been forced to get a rape kit done because I snuck out of the house as a teenager, which I know for a fact that she had done when she was my age? Like most teenagers have snuck out of the house at one point or another. That doesn't mean that we're going and, having orgies or something like that. It means we're being a teenager. And then, I didn't even have that much freedom at that age. So I don't really feel like it's a surprise that I snuck out. Yeah, we went and became inebriated, plenty sober, and with it by the time we walked in the door, probably because we burned it all off in the camper, freezing. But yeah, I have to say, getting the rape kit done is far worse than, being prodded with a cow prodder, beaten with the belt, smacked, hit. It's far worse than any of that. It was way more traumatizing than any other physical punishment my mother or ex-stepdad had given with that. Yeah. So, you tell me, did the punishment meet the crime?